Hey everybody, welcome to A Culinary Journey. I'm Luca Paris, and this is Caitlin. If you haven't watched my show before, and I can't see why you haven't, then you don't know Caitlin. But if you have, Caitlin's been on the show before, right?
I have.
Yes, you have, and now you're back.
It's a blast.
It's a blast. And we're going to be cooking today chicken dishes. So Caitlin came to me and said, listen, Luca, I need to do some quick, easy chicken dishes that aren't just the same old, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do 3 cool chicken dishes. Chicken Scarpiello, chicken Pomodoro with Basil. You're looking, making sure I'm right. There you go. And finally, what was my last one? Oh, chicken Satimboca. You've seen it here on the show before once in a while, but these are going to be the best one-pan, one-pot dishes you'll ever see. So don't go away, because your culinary journey starts now. Hey everybody, welcome back to A Culinary Journey. I'm Luca Paris, and this is
Caitlin Newell.
Caitlin Newell. Woohoo! Everybody, woo! All right.
Thank you.
It's tough to get them up. They're drinking wine right now, so they're not ready for the next segment. So this is what we're going to do. We're doing chicken Scarpiello, chicken Satimboca, and a chicken Pomodoro Basil. Sounds good?
Sounds
All right, and then you're going to have 3 chicken dishes that you can make anytime you want.
Nice.
Now, first thing, I forgot to get all the pans, but we're going to get some pans together, and then we're going to start cutting up some stuff, all right?
All right.
So let's do the Scarpiello first. Scarpiello is called, Scarpiello is the shoemaker's chicken. Not because it's tough. I was waiting for that,
Right.
but no. I know you. Really, that doesn't sound too appetizing. But Italians have some funny names for their food. But chicken Scarpiello is great. Biggest ingredients that we need to make sure we have is lemon, fresh rosemary, lemon, and then of course the chicken. But we're going to also put sausage and hot peppers and mushrooms. Oh, it's going to be phenomenal. And
Nice.
potatoes. So what I need you to do is cut potatoes for me.
Okay.
Pick a knife. Okay.
Yeah.
No. All right. Basically, what I'm going to want you to do is cut just a little bit off the bottom, right?
Yep.
And we're going to cut rounds. Just go down and get me some rounds of potatoes like that. All right?
Gotcha.
You're on that. I'm going to go get us some pans, and we'll get started. All right. So we need, for our Scarpiello, a deep pan. That's my wife. She's going to tell me that I took it from her, so I've got to make sure I get it back today. And then we're going to need a saute pan for our chicken. All right. So let's get those 2 going. Let's see if this burner works. How are we doing with the potatoes? That's good. You can do that. Yeah, after a while you can do that. Hey, you want me to show you a trick?
Yes.
All right. So biggest thing is people are afraid to cut because they're afraid to get their fingers cut,
yeah.
and you have the nice nails. Well, here's what you do. Is you use your guide, your finger as a guide. Your nail goes in, kind of goes into the potato, and you use your finger as a guide. What do you think? That works?
I think I like that.
All right. Beautiful. Let's get this pan out of the back over there. There we go. This is going to be our pan for our potatoes. We don't need a lot because we're just making it for a couple of people. So we could stop right there. We're going to get some oil in this pan back here, in our deep pan. And then we're gonna kind of combine this. I know I call this a one-pan wonder, right? But we're not blanching off our potatoes. We're actually going to cook them in the pan. So I'm going to want to kind of do that separately. And then we're going to add this. This is a 2-pan, 1.5 pan.
1.5 pan wonder.
So you like to cook,
I do.
and you like to watch cooking shows.
I love them.
So
Yes.
what is something you normally cook at home?
I like to do a little chicken broccoli Alfredo. I really do like doing salad dishes. You know, a chicken Caesar salad.
Right.
You know,
But Dan and you both like chicken.
we do. Yeah.
Love chicken.
Yeah.
So this is a cool way to find
Yes.
something new and
We
exciting.
do more with white meat than
with
the
with
red
dark meat.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to work.
Well, no, and I meant like beef or.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm
okay.
sorry.
Not this. Not this.
Not
dark
that
meat.
dark
Okay.
meat. That's good.
So what we're going to do is a couple things. Right. Let me get a little oil in this pan right over here, just a little bit, because we're going to want to cook our sausage in there. So I got this fresh Italian sausage, a little spicy. All right, and I'm just going to cut that up, and that's going to get the start to our dish. And then we're going to take that out in a second.
Okay.
All right, so you can do it one of two ways. You can take it out of the casing if you want. I like to leave it right in the casing because I want to keep it whole. So we're going to let that cook down. We're going to let our potatoes cook down. Now what we need to do is get our mise en place ready. You remember what mise en place is? That's right, I don't either.
I was going to try to make something up real quick.
No,
but
everything
I
in
couldn't
its
come up with
place. So we're gonna cut up some mushrooms.
Okay.
And do the same thing again with the mushrooms. You do a slice down, and then halfway down you're gonna do like that. Okay. So I need you to cut me up about 4 mushrooms. You'll do that. I'll cut up some onions at the same time. So what's great about something like Scarpiello, it's almost a stew in a lot of ways, but it's a light stew. You know, a lot of these stews are heavy. They have, you know, big tomato or a lot of stock in them. This is going to be light and vibrant. It's going to be a great flavor. And it's really quick considering what you're going to do. And it'll feed 2 people or it'll feed a lot more. So if you have company over, it's easy to do. So while you do that, I'm just going to cut my onions in half rounds. Good job, Caitlin.
Thanks.
All right. So I'll get that in with my sausage while that's cooking. I haven't even started to do my chicken yet. Look at that. So we got onions and sausage cooking. That alone is just absolutely marvelous.
Delicious.
And we're going to wait a little bit on that. Get a little bit of white wine. So which one was the wine? This is the wine. Yes, that is the wine. We'll add a little bit of white wine to my little mix here. A little bit of white wine to my potatoes. Because it's going to help the potatoes do a couple of things. It's going to help the potatoes cook, give more flavor, but also it's going to let them. It's going to let them. It's going to let them poach a little bit. You know, just like if you were boiling a potato.
Yep.
Same kind of concept. And we have the wine in there. So we have our potatoes, we have our sausage and our onions cooking. Look at that.
Nice.
And then we're going to let that finish with the potatoes in there.
Oh, cool.
All right? So that's why it's 1.5 pans.
Right.
There we go.
Like that.
So we have potatoes, onions. You want to add some mushrooms now?
Absolutely.
Let's add some mushrooms in there right now. And at this point, too, we're going to add our rosemary. Real simple. We're going to leave the whole thing together, and we're going to just get it in there to give it some flavor. All right? Almost like, once again, like a stew.
Yep.
Now our chicken. You work with dark meat at all?
I haven't really worked a whole lot with dark meat.
All right, so dark meat, I get boneless and skinless thighs. I absolutely love them. Call them the filet mignon of chicken. And they cook just as fast as chicken breasts do, and they come out just wonderful. So we're going to get them in that pan where we had the sausage in, right? And what do you say, about 1 piece for each of us?
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Would that be okay? All right. There you go. We'll get that in there. We'll let that cook up. We'll salt and pepper that. And it looks like it needs just a little bit more oil. We got these great flavors coming together. Which one's oil? That one's oil. No, that's stock. Boy, they need to label these for me. So the last time you were on my show, we did a dish with fish.
We did.
Did
we
you ever
did
try to
the
recreate it?
basa. I did it similar, but with chicken. I didn't have the basa.
You really
So,
do like chicken.
I do.
I mean, like every
chicken.
show is about chicken. It's like, I don't think we've had a conversation where we didn't
Without
talk about chicken.
Maybe I've got a
All right,
problem.
we're gonna sear that up on either side. And I mean, I really, to me, if I'm gonna have chicken, dark meat is the way I want to always go.
I may now convert.
When you try it, you definitely will. So we have our flavors in there, right? We have don't go away, get back in there. We have our mushrooms, we have our potatoes cooking down, and we have our chicken cooking right here, which we're gonna cut into pieces into there so we can get all those flavors. And then the last thing we're gonna put in is some cherry peppers. Now what we're gonna do, Caitlin, is we're gonna take a quick little break, get ourselves all nice and situated to get to the next level. We're gonna add some lemon juice in here last minute. We're gonna add some fresh herbs and just finish that up. But we'll take a quick little break, let this cook down, let the chicken catch up to us because we're way ahead of it. And then when we come back, we'll finish that one off, but at the same time, we'll go right into a really fast chicken pomodoro dish, right?
Fantastic.
Don't go away, we'll be right back. Hey everybody, everybody, welcome back. I'm here with Caitlin. We're making chicken 3 different ways. We're doing our chicken Scarpiello, which is right on here, and then we're going to do our chicken Pomodoro, which is kind of like a chicken franchise. You know, that lemon butter white wine?
Yes.
But we're going to add some diced tomato and fresh basil at the end. It's really yummy. So what I need you to do first is crack us 3 eggs, start whisking those away. But I'm going to come over here and take a look at our Scarpiello before I go too far from it. We have our potatoes, our sausage, our mushrooms. We also have some onions in there, rosemary. And we're going to be adding our chicken in there. I'm actually going to put it in right now because I was going to cut it up, but I kind of like it this way. And we'll get this off of there. And we'll start this whole process going. This is pretty much done. I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable stock to that. Wait, that's wine. No, that's vegetable stock. And a little more wine. Oh, man. You ever have those days where you can't tell vegetable stock and wine from each other, Caitlin? No?
Yes.
You've never had that? And then
I
what
mark
I'm
my
gonna
bottles.
Yeah. You mark the bottles. Good. And then what I'm going to do is throw some lemons in there. We're going to just squeeze them in and then drop them in because we want this really nice lemon flavor to go in there. And that's going to finish down like a stew. We're just going to let that finish quickly. Now what Caitlin's working on, which I'll probably need another lemon because I used all this one up. So so we're at our new set. We're at Monadnock Flooring. What do you think?
It's fantastic. It's
moved.
gorgeous.
They just moved and they have this great set. And our new set, which looks a lot like our old set, just in a new location, is really, really cool. And I have this new little feature. If I watch, it's my lemon feature. Lemon, thank you. And it just comes out from the side.
It just shoots out from the side.
It used to come from the front, and now we have a side shooter.
I need myself a side shooter.
You need a side shooter. Well, what you're going to do for us now is we're going to flour and then egg the, which one's the oil? There's the oil. All right. This is becoming a habit on this show. Hopefully that's oil. I've done that before. All right. So what I need you to do is with flour and then egg, and we're going to do these franchise style. But what you're going to do first, too, is we usually season our salt. In this case, we didn't because I was too busy getting my lemon shot at me from the side. So a little salt and pepper. Dip it in the egg, and then you're going to dip it right in there. Is that good?
That's
all right. I'll see you later. I'm going to go away.
Don't go too far.
Rest of the show is on Caitlin. Yeah? So let's get it in there. Oh, this is so good. This stuff is going to be amazing. Oh, I can't wait till you try this stuff. This is going to be great. All right. Rosemary and all that stuff. How's that coming? All right. Wait till the oil's ready. You waited. No, it was perfect. No, you were right. Can you do it again? Can you do another one?
Absolutely.
What about me? Am I not eating? What am I, chopped liver?
Do I need a little more salt and pepper?
No, you're good.
We're good
You're
now?
good. Everything's
All right.
beautiful. We'll just add a little bit onto the dish, too.
Okay.
All right, because gotta get going. It's only a half-hour show. All right.
I'm always late.
You are? Yes. You were early today, though.
Well,
Yeah,
that doesn't happen very often.
No, that was late. Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
All right. You're crazy. I don't know if we'll get 3 done. But we have a lot of people that want to eat, so.
That's right. It's lunchtime.
Again, this is a really simple dish. You want to see how quick it is?
Yeah.
We're done. All right, we're going to do a little. I don't know if putting the salt and pepper on the other side of the stove was the smartest idea I ever had, but beautiful job. And you actually even did it where you kind of let it go away from you. That's smart. Because if you put it towards you, you know what happens?
It might splash at me.
Yeah, that's what I have these spots for. That's it. Right? All right, so we're going to flip it over. We're going to caramelize on one side. We're going to flip it over. And then we're going to add all our ingredients to this. I have a little more oil than I need to. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of that and get rid of it. There you go. There we go. We took away a little bit of that oil. Now I need some diced tomato. You want me to make it or do you want to make it?
I can dice it.
You can?
Like, sure.
We'll have a little diced tomato contest.
Oh, Lord.
What I'm going to do,
I'm going to get going then.
Yeah, you start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some lemon into this lemon chicken. Oh, yummy. And I'm going to get some wine. Does anybody remember where the wine is? No. All right, and then how did I lose my knife? I lost my knife. I'll use this one.
Is this our did I steal it?
Yeah, they all took it from me. So one thing I want to show you as far as cutting.
The coring.
Just take the top off, right? But what I like to do is take the inside out too. So what I do is I core out some of the tomato, and I use this at another point in time into my marinara sauce. It is so yummy in the marinara sauce.
I should have waited.
No, you're doing okay. It's beautiful. I had to show you something, or else this show would be all yours and not mine. But I lost my big knife. How did that happen? How do you lose a knife that big on a stage this small?
So now just You just cut
Cut the inside out. Yeah,
Without
well,
cutting my
watch.
fingers.
I don't have insurance. Be careful. No. How about I do that part? So you start from away from you, right? Kind of turn
Want
it
to
that
switch
way.
knives?
No. Oh, you want a smaller
Mm-hmm.
knife? Okay. No, that one's better for what you're going to do.
All
Actually, so the
have to
biggest
chop it
key,
up.
and then I'm doing a show not too far from now with my daughter, and the one thing I have to teach her all the time is that you have to respect the knife, you know? Very important to respect
Yeah.
the knife. Ooh, this looks
Don't
so
be
good.
afraid of it, but it's
Right.
still the boss.
Exactly. So if you respect it, you're never going to get cut. And if you get cut, always get cut with a sharp knife. Seriously. It
Really?
hurts less. Yeah. She gave me a look like, what are you, crazy? All right, so I got some tomato, I got some lemon. I want to put a little bit of garlic in here. Oh, this is so good. And then we're going to finish that up with a little bit of wine. That one? Yes, that one. All right? Now let's turn that down a little. And that chicken is actually almost finished. How are we doing with that?
We're getting there.
Getting there? You sure?
I'm sure.
Can I borrow the flour?
You can,
All right.
absolutely.
So we have 2 of our dishes almost done. We're just going to wait for those tomatoes. We're going to make we're going to finish off a nice sauce with that piece of flour and butter, right? And then we're going to actually just add a little bit of fresh basil to it. We'll plate them all at the same time, but when we come back, what we're going to do, Caitlin, is we're going to do our Satimboca. We'll do our Satimboca, we'll plate all 3, and we'll sit and eat. How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
Or maybe we'll stand and eat. A little fresh
As long as we
basil in
eat.
there. As long as we eat. Really simple sauce that butter's going to reduce down. Our Scarpiello is ready to serve. We're going to add those tomatoes, and when we come back, chicken Satimboca. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Caitlin, you having fun?
I'm having an awesome time.
Me too. I'm testing the chicken before you. This is why we're in the kitchen. I know you're upset, but I got to do it.
You see? That's a tease.
Yes, it is. So what are we making? Now,
The Satimboca.
here we go. You're shocking me. I was scared. So what we're going to do is Satimboca, which is sage, prosciutto. We're going to pound that out into the chicken real thin. That's your job. And then we're going to make a nice sauce with some, let's do some marsala. We'll do some marsala and mushrooms. Sound good?
That sounds
All right, so you're salt and peppering that. And we'll get some oil into this pan. I still don't know which one the oil is. There we go. We're going to get some oil into this pan. And then, so what we're going to do is tear some sage to put on top of each chicken breast. I'm going to come around on the outside of it.
Okay.
And not too much, because if you put too much, sage has a really strong flavor. And if you put too much sage, then it's like, wow, that's just too strong. You don't want to overpower. You just want to get this really nice sage
Gotcha.
flavor into it. Then we're going to put some prosciutto on top of that. And while she does that, let's recap what we made today, right? So we have the chicken Scarpiello, which is almost like a clear stew with potatoes. It has, what I like to say, every food group except for cream or cheese. But it's got starches, it's got vegetables, it's got chicken, sausage. That's its own food group, I think. You know, something like that. And then we did a simple light sauce right here with diced tomatoes and fresh basil, which we're kind of letting it just kind of sit there and finish. It's going to go on top. Really fresh, a little shredded parmigiano on that we'll do right at the last minute. And then we're going to pound some
We're going to
chicken. Go ahead, go crazy. Go ahead. Yeah, you want to make sure that the prosciutto adheres to the chicken. Oh, you know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to go to get us some flour. Keep talking. Keep going. Keep going. I love this show. This is awesome. I have my own little thing off to the side. All right, beautiful.
Does that look good?
Yeah.
All
Ow.
right.
Don't hit
that.
me. Ow. You're
I told you it was therapy in
yeah,
your
I know,
hand.
You're dangerous. So, all right, so we got our...
Got some things to work out.
All right. So now, traditionally, the traditional Satimboca usually used with veal in Italy, and usually rolled or with a toothpick through it. But what I'm doing is by flouring the chicken ahead of time and the prosciutto and the sage, and then searing that side first, we're able to have everything kind of shrink together, and the prosciutto is going to stay on there. Well, that's what we're hoping at least. So we might let's let that get just a little bit hotter, And then what I'll have you do in the meantime, you want to cut some more mushrooms?
Sure.
All right, you get the mushrooms started cutting. So we're going to add mushrooms. We're going to do a little bit of garlic, a little bit of shallots. You need a
I'll use
knife?
this one.
You want the small knife? Yeah, go ahead. Use
Whichever
whatever you
one.
want.
I'll use.
Small kitchen. We
How
have
many-
to stand right here.
We have to share.
Yeah, exactly.
Just do up all the mushrooms.
But it's really not that small a kitchen. It's
It's
pretty
not.
good.
It's fantastic.
I have a lot of people who wish they had this kitchen at home.
I would kill for this kitchen.
And you know where to go to see it, right?
I do.
Where?
Monadnock Flooring.
Monadnock Flooring. That's right. On its new location, Production Avenue. It is so cool. So that we have a new countertop too this show.
I like
Did you know that? Yeah, it's brand new. It's from Creations in Stone. They just put it in.
Nice.
And of course, Vermont Custom
Fantastic.
Cabinetry put the place together. So yeah. I always say I want to be like one of those NASCAR drivers. And I should have each of their logos.
Your advertisements all over you.
Yeah, so I have like going down the side. It would actually be pretty cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I'm working on a chef coat that could do that. So look at that. So if you look at that prosciutto, you see how it's stuck to it?
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is gorgeous.
You did that.
I made
I'm
that happen.
I'm your sous chef. There you go. And it's really easy to make, right? I mean, this is something you can
seriously
make at
was
home.
easy, yes.
Right. So you can pound it out real thin, get the oil nice and hot, but that's the key. You got to get the oil pretty hot to get in there, and then you want to flip it over once that stays together. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Now we're going to add all our stuff. That's enough mushrooms right there.
Okay.
We're good. I'm going to add some mushrooms. It's going to help us finish the sauce. And where are we? A little bit of garlic. A little bit of lemon. Not a lot, because it's not a lemon dish, but that lemon, that acidity just does the same thing it does with all the other dishes, where it's like, wow, hey, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, to me, sometimes lemon or acid should be like salt. You don't know what's in there, but it's made everything else taste better.
Right.
So you could use a little bit of vinegar, and that's why cherry peppers and vinegar, or peppers, any type of peppers and vinegar are really great to add to any type of dish. So we have that. We have our mushrooms cooking in there. We'll add our Marsala wine, take away from the pan. And this set is too new for me to do a big flambe. That's because I don't know where all the fire things are. So I'll just put it on there nice and easy. And then we're going to finish off with a little bit of butter. Could you cut me a piece of butter on there?
Little or a
Little.
little?
You know what my little butter is.
I do.
Okay. You've been watching. There you go. A little butter and flour. I call this the lazy man's roux.
Oh, nice. That's a great
See?
idea.
And then that's going to make us a nice thick sauce. So we'll break that up into the pan.
It's a
A
fantastic
little bit
idea.
right there. Oh yeah, I'm full of great ideas. And we're going to let that kind of finish. But while we're doing that, you want to grab a couple of plates behind us?
Sure.
We'll plate up our other stuff while that's finishing down. And we'll get all this out of the way. Ooh, it's going to be so much fun. Who knew cooking for two was this much fun? Or cooking for six, it feels like. And that's what this is, really. It's, you wanted to be able to cook for two people and not have a big mess. And if you just did each of these items individually, that was all in one pan. That was
easy.
absolutely wonderful. Really easy to do. Great finish. And so were the other two. All in one pan and really easy. So let's show everybody what this looks like. We'll just use the rosemary as a garnish. But this is one
Gorgeous.
of my favorite dishes ever. And has everything you need in there. And it's got the caramelized potatoes. That's one. All right. Let's do a chicken dish. So we take the chicken. All right, and you could serve this with a little bit of vegetables on the side or a little bit of rice. You can't go wrong with that. We need one more dish. So we could show, whoa, hey, come back here. Let's get one more dish so we can show everybody our last dish. And then we have the lemon, the butter, and all that great flavor with the fresh tomatoes, really vibrant.
This is when you need the smell-o-vision. It smells fantastic.
Ta-da, we have that. And then finally, let's see how that last dish is coming out. Chicken cooked all the way through. What we're going to want to do with this is really finish the sauce a little bit more. So I'll put both of these pieces of chicken on there. And we'll give that sauce just a little bit of twist. Oh, you know what we need for that sauce? So sometimes your sauces don't come together. You've seen that happen on my show, right?
Well, not in your show.
Well,
in life, it happens.
It happens on my show too. And it's mainly because there's fat and there's not enough liquid for the fat to really come together in there.
Gotcha.
And we didn't really let these mushrooms get really dark. But we're going to try and bring it back together. See how it's a little bit? Yeah. And voila.
Amazing.
And that's our final dish. Well, that actually came out pretty good.
That looks fantastic.
You did all right.
You did all right. Thank
Great
you so
job.
much. That was
3
awesome.
dishes. You're gonna make them all now at home.
Absolutely.
And if you don't, if you do, you have to call me so I could try one. Okay.
All right.
Done deal? I'll be
Deal.
on your show next. Thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll see you next time on A Culinary Journey.